Hello, and welcome to Which is Better, starring
Gary Fletcher.
And
Sean, Gary Fletcher.
And Sean Fletcher.
This episode is dedicated to the brave men and women. It's not easy. It's not easy to be brave.
It's so hard.
Being brave is not, the absence of fear.
No.
You are afraid.
Yeah.
That's when bravery kicks in. This is Which is Better.
That was beautiful, Brad.
And we're just delighted to be here. Thank you. I'm Brad Edwards.
Is crazy.
Sean Parrott's
It's like
talking.
crazy but strong or something. It's like some combination of you being insane, but also you want to help someone, maybe?
Yeah, being brave is a total denial of reality.
Yes, that's true.
It really is.
Yeah, it takes, you gotta sort of be stupid.
Yeah.
So shout out to all the stupid soldiers out there. Just kidding.
More importantly, I've got
responders.
I've got to ask you guys some questions.
Okay.
Drink your drinks.
Thank you.
I almost choked. I was afraid of all those questions.
What is your... Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. What is your money back limit? And I'll explain what I mean by that. When you need to get a rebate, a refund on something, what is your threshold? I'll give you... This is like 2 days ago. I went to Kroger.
Yeah.
I was leaving Kroger. I stopped at the Coke machine, put $1 in, got my grape drink, waited for my 50 cents to drop out. And it didn't. And I peeked inside the Kroger at the customer service. There were 3 people waiting. I was like, forget it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of money I have. I'm like,
50 cents?
Forget it. I'm not wasting 5-10 minutes.
Man, I guess it depends on the threshold of pain I have to go through to get stuff. Because,
yeah,
I've definitely ordered stuff from Amazon and it wasn't what I wanted, and it would be a pain. And I mean, not crazy stuff, but stuff that cost me $10.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, okay, so I got to go to a place, and I gotta, and they're not even, and then I gotta find a place to print out this return slip. Maybe I'll just keep this thing.
In that very exact same thread, I bought. Now I'm sorry everybody, but I do listen to vinyl records. I'll buy vinyl records, and if you get them on Amazon, if it's like a reissue, they have this thing called auto rip, where you get the record.
Oh, yeah.
For example, they might be Giant's Phone Power.
I
bought it. I got the auto rip. That means you can listen on Amazon Music. It's basically iTunes. You can listen to on your device, your portable device, but then you also have the record.
Yeah.
Amazon cancels my order. They didn't have it. And I'm like, okay, fine, you canceled it. And then I get a bill for the auto rip, which comes free, which is like gravy. So like what you're talking about, I had to spend 45 minutes with Amazon people on the phone trying to sort it out. And I'm like, do I even care about it? Was like $11. I was like,
yeah. I wasted 2 months of my life trying to fix a $100 Comcast bill.
Oh, Comcast.
Yeah.
And then they wrecked into me 2 years ago. Wrecked into my car.
Oh, that's right.
Cost me another $1,000. I fucking hate Comcast, and I still have them too. They're
It's the only. I mean, we're stuck with them. We're hoping for Google Fiber.
Google Fiber probably won't be.
Are we gonna use Net Zero?
I'll use anything. But I hate Comcast. That's such a fucking racket. I think that's part of the problem with getting your money back. They make it so fucking hard. To cancel your Comcast. It's easier to get out of the VIG with the mafia over here than to cancel your Comcast, because you'll go through, if this is what happened to you, you go through the whole rigmarole.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Am I done? Am I out? Am I well?
Right.
And they're like, yep, it's all taken care of.
Yeah.
Next month in the mail, a bill.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, I don't know who you talk to. If you want to order something, that's another problem. That's like with Amazon. If you want to buy something, buy with one click, boom, done. They took your money. It's fine. Get your money back. Forget it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking month.
It's a month.
So what's your price limit? I'm sorry, Gary. What's your price limit to go back on?
I feel like I've been screwed out of thousands of dollars. So I'll just take it, whatever it is.
Well, it's like,
that's why I'm ruined right now. Is Comcast ruined my life.
Yeah.
Well, and then it gets to the whole, whatever the Zen thing, this may be a good Which is Better one time, vengeance versus forgiveness.
Oh, that's a really good
like,
one.
Is it better to say, fuck it, keep my $10, you win, or go, no, you can't have your policy be to rip your customers off, and everyone's policy is to just steal.
I'm convinced that Comcast was actually responsible for 9/11.
Yeah, I think they did it. I think they wanted more buildings destroyed, but they're so fucking late.
The ratings went through the roof, man. CNN was all over that stuff.
Follow the money.
Yep.
It all leads to Comcast.
It goes straight to the top, baby.
Ted Turner.
Yep.
You know, this leads into my next point.
Truck Turner.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Tina's brother.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ike. How many Turners do we know? Ike Turner.
Ike Turner, Tina Turner.
Who colorized all the...
That's Ted.
Ted Turner?
Yeah.
Turner.
He created Captain Planet. Found that out.
What?
That was his baby. That's true.
What?
He's...
Why?
Because he's an environmentalist.
Oh, he's a mentalist, but he likes environs.
White privilege.
Okay, yeah.
White privilege.
Oh, no.
White privilege.
This is already trouble.
We've all got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But this is what... I'm in the mind of it because talking about going to customer service and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this story. I have 3 examples of this in my life. One Christmas, I went to Home Depot and I bought a bunch of lights and extension cords and stuff to decorate with. Got home. I forgot half of my shit. I went to Home Depot the next day. I didn't have a receipt. I didn't have anything. I was like, hey, I bought some stuff the other day. And they were like, just go get it. Whatever you feel like you got, go get it. And then I walked up the thing with arms full of shit, and I didn't take advantage. It was the stuff I bought and forgot, and they just waved me on by.
Wow.
I have to feel like if I was a black teenager
who
came in there and was like, hey, I bought a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Can I just go have
Yesterday I bought a grill, and I actually bought 2 charcoal grills.
I actually bought the company. I own this one.
It's weird. Yeah. But
I'm your boss.
I left my receipt in the car.
I didn't even need a receipt or nothing. And that's like the same store where I got the drink and I went back in. And I'll tell you about the grocery store that's near where I live.
Yes.
Is majority minority, if you know what I'm saying. It's mostly it's mostly African Americans who live and work at that Kroger.
They live there?
Well, yeah.
They live there.
And there's
I'll see produce.
I'll see
that's a sad story.
I'll see them like a black employee treating a black customer like shit.
Yeah.
And then I'll come in and go, "Hey, I bought some milk yesterday. You guys didn't bag it." And they're just like, "Go get it." It's like even they I saw this this show, and it was like a little black girl, and they had a white baby doll and a black baby doll, and they're like, which is the good baby? And it would point to the white one. I mean, it's in all of us. So white privilege is something.
I just saw this crazy story about like black boys. It was like basically white boys versus black boys, and not like
right
like actual little boys.
That's the next episode of which is
white boys versus black boys. And it showed that like even black boys who are born into like riches
are like 5 times as likely to be poor. I saw that too.
There's like this crazy infographic that shows like from childhood to adulthood, and like all of the blue represent black boys, and it's just like going down. It's just
because if a white boy gets in trouble, boys will be boys. He's young. He's crazy. If a black boy gets in trouble, he's like, we need to get this criminal off the street before he kills somebody.
Send him to
and they go to jail and they get put in the system.
It's bullshit.
And then the wire.
Yeah.
Gary.
Season 4.
Thank you.
Gary still hasn't seen The Wire. We should do The Wire versus something, so Gary has to watch The Wire.
The Wire versus Sopranos.
I haven't seen either of those.
And they're both around the same time.
They're so good.
I'm sure it's great, but
The Wire is great.
I'd rather do The Wire versus Treme. Since it's just the same thing.
Never heard of it.
You fucking heard of it, you bastard.
No, I haven't actually.
You've heard of it.
Tresemme, is that the shampoo?
Yes,
All
ooh
right.
la la.
Will you guys just acknowledge that you have white privilege?
I acknowledged it the whole time.
I mean, do you believe in it?
I believe in it. I believe in it. And yeah, I believe that. Ghosts, aliens.
I say I know I have white privilege, but I've had a horrible life for a white person.
No, I know.
Yeah, you're like one of the worst white people of all time.
I definitely believe in white guilt. You remember white guilt?
You've had like the worst white experience.
Okay. Do you have more white privilege?
And you're also a bad person.
Do you have more white privilege or white guilt?
Ooh, I have a lot more white privilege than white guilt.
Yeah, I have white guilt.
Really? I almost never feel myself feeling bad about it, but I wish. I mean, it's mostly because I like already feel bad about so many things that I don't need to feel bad.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
I fucked everything up, so I don't need to really.
Yeah, I know it's not really my fault, but I still feel like if I'm gonna buy a contributor like one of those newspapers, I'll buy it off of a black guy. I don't give a homeless white guy any money.
Yeah, they're all faking it. Yeah. The white ones.
The white ones are faking. They're actually millionaires.
Or like when those black teenagers stole our bikes. And the cops were like, "Couldn't you describe them?" I was like, "They were just people."
They were white.
They could have. I don't see
jackets. They had blonde hair, blue eyes.
Did you talk to the police about that?
No, but for example, like
that would be good.
You know who has white guilt? Who has white? Stephen Colbert. You guys are familiar with Stephen Colbert, right? Yeah. You watch the Stephen Colbert show now?
No, I can't.
It's been a little while since I watched it.
Okay, what's his band leader's name?
Oh,
John Baptiste.
Yes, he used to be on Treme.
So fucking annoying.
He is very annoying.
I don't know.
Tell me a story, Gary, and I'll be John Baptiste when you're doing it.
Hey, so today I went to the
the whole fucking time.
Really?
And you can see in Stephen Colbert's you can see in his eyes that he fucking hates it. But he'll never say or do it. He'll never go, just shut up, man. Why does he have a mic?
Yeah.
Why does he have a mic? He's not singing. Sometimes he does. But
he does, but not during
cut
the monologue.
Fucking mic. Stephen Colbert will be out there. He'll be right in the middle of his fucking punchline. He's like, so the White House today,
yeah.
It's so
great. I have to watch that.
Watch it just for that. But watch it and then just see that part of Stephen Colbert die, the part of him that's so atrophied that he'll never go, hey, could you keep it down?
Yeah.
It's like he hates it so much his other ear gets weird.
Well, he did that to his own ear, so he didn't have to hear it. He poured acid on
He's got to have, I don't think he's allowed to say anything because he, already got in trouble because there's, no women on his staff. And
really?
He's probably on probation for a long time.
Oh,
he already blew it in the first place by not hiring enough.
I thought he was woke.
Peoples.
He is. I think he's a slope.
I think it's one of those. He is, but he isn't. You're allowed to be dumb and also wish that things were okay.
Right. I think all those late night show hosts should give up their jobs to women in POC.
Yeah.
Seriously, if they're gonna talk about that stuff all the time, give your job up to
That's
them.
what Daily Show did. They're like,
we're
gonna step over all these extremely qualified white men to give an idiot who can't do an impression of anyone.
Really,
is not that great.
In fairness, Jon Stewart was not good for the past 7 years.
No.
Really, he was
but he was real Jewish.
Yeah,
that's true. He was very
he was
Jewish.
At least that.
Yeah,
and then they gave what's his name, the nightly show that didn't quite work out. That
who
didn't make it, did it?
I can't think of his name.
I'd like to see that.
He was a POC.
Wait, is it Larry?
Larry Fillmore.
That sounds like a black guy's name.
Larry Wilmore.
Larry Wilmore,
There
yeah.
we go.
Larry Wilmore is really funny.
He's funny, yeah.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah, but I don't think he
I
got
was
a
really,
chance.
I always thought he was funny, and then when he got a show, I was like, they really gave him a show, and then they canceled it real fast. I was like, oh, well, I guess that sort of makes sense.
I think being able to be funny for a segment's one thing, but carrying a whole show,
it's tough to, especially because his energy is kind of low key. It's that's a weird way to be a host. It's like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm the host of the show.
And they also were we're gonna make the whole angle of this black.
Yeah,
And
oh god, here he goes.
I'm saying,
wow, white privilege.
And I watched it just out of guilt, and I was like, this is terrible, but I got to get these ratings reparations up.
I just most of those shows now. It's just so easy for them to do Trump jokes, and to me it's boring. It's
so
almost
boring.
Hacky, and
it's done.
Yeah. I hate Trump too, but god damn, man, I watched Colbert, and it was just this is just lazy shit.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
John Oliver is usually pretty funny, but
John Oliver spreads it around though. He's like, hey, we're going to talk about something you never heard of.
Yeah.
That a way they're they're fucking you that you weren't aware of.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like, yeah, you know.
I mean, I loved Colbert. I loved The Daily Show. I watched all that stuff.
I used to love that combo when they were like one after the other.
Man, Colbert was so good.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It's fucking unbelievable.
And Saturday Night Live, all it is like, okay, we get it. He sucks. Just talk about something else.
Yeah. And Trump's usually funnier than what they even do about it. You know, it's like
you can't even. Yeah.
Because if you,
like,
sorry, go ahead.
No, it's like you can't make fun of something that I didn't mean to Batista. It's just you can't make fun of a fucking clown.
Yeah.
It's already ridiculous.
Nice fucking shoes.
I'm going to tell you a joke about the president getting spanked by a porn star. You don't need to. It's already fucking hilarious.
Oh, we're going to Mystery Science Theater super bad.
Yeah, okay. And, he's trying to get a condom. I mean, look, there's no way he's having sex.
This movie's so funny. That's all you're saying.
It really is so funny.
Just laughing.
That movie's fantastic.
You know what I don't like about the movies?
Okay.
And TV? One of the many things I don't. Is people remember things perfectly.
Yeah.
People will be like, I remember when in the summer of 83 and I was 7 years old and my best friend was like, I have no kind of memory like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember shit.
I remember being young. I can usually date things before 15 or after 15.
Yeah.
But these motherfuckers who nail it down.
Yeah. There must be some
people don't really
who
do
remember
that, do they?
There must be someone who does, but I don't remember that way. Though I've had people tell me, and I don't know if this is true or if it's just the way I remember things. People are like, "Well, your dad died when you were," and then
okay,
it's like I guess I don't think It's not that I blocked out memories of him. I just don't have any. I just don't remember shit.
Yeah,
but that would be a major bookmark. You would know what happened. You know, it was like, well, there was my dad, and then after this point, there wasn't a dad.
Yeah,
and life was different. You know?
Life was chill, man. So chill.
I feel like it's easier to remember tragic things.
Yeah.
Well, how old were you when your dad died?
15 or 16.
Oh, jeez. How old were you, Gary, when your dad
10.
died? 10?
Yeah, great age.
Well, I got it worse than both of you because my dad never died.
He lived, yeah.
He just stayed alive.
Yeah, I was
beat us up.
I was trying. I don't think I can ever make a bit about it, so I can say it here.
Yeah,
but basically, it's like I was thinking that I understand why people would want to be a dad because that's like easy. Because like the hardest it is to be a dad is like, okay, so if you don't beat your children viciously, then you're a great dad.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter was little,
I
would take her to the grocery store. I'd put a coat on her, put her in her basket, take her to the grocery store, and people at the grocery store were like, "Oh, you're such a good dad."
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I think I was a good dad.
Yeah.
But they just saw a father with their kid and was like, "Oh my God, you believe
Look at this guy?
That's got to make women so mad."
It's like such a low fucking bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't.
Yeah.
You don't beat the shit out of your
If you're not too
kid.
awful, yeah.
And even if you beat him up, half of the country is like, "Well, that's how you make a good."
Toughen that boy up.
Yeah.
Hit him with the belt buckle itself in his eyeball.
Get one of them Hot Topic studded belts.
Ripping with shreds.
I think you guys would be good dads.
I'd be a great dad.
That's all I want to do at this point.
Do you want to be a dad?
That's really all I care about.
I'm serious. Would you be? No, because here's the thing. There's so many people who have shit kids and they're shit.
Yeah.
But then there's nice guys like you who could be.
I just want to be a quiet, stay-at-home dad who takes care of my little
I can't tell if
a
you're
little
kidding.
tyke. I'm actually serious.
All right.
I did so much acid last year that I was like, it's time to be a dad.
This is it.
I'd be listening to just the two of us crying my eyes out.
With
the Will Smith or
Will Smith version.
Okay.
Yeah.
well,
Millennium.
both. Yeah.
Oh,
Will
okay.
2K,
Cat
baby.
Stevens, father and son.
The cat's in the cradle and a silver spoon.
Well, with my girlfriend, back to the polyamorous stuff. With my girlfriend, she and her husband had a baby.
You're gonna want to listen to episode 1 if you
Yeah.
want to understand what he was talking about.
Yeah. And so I get to have all the fun of having a baby, but I still get to go and sleep
Yeah.
at night. I get to I get a baby, I go, giggle, and then you see like a baby smile, and you're like, oh, that's wonderful. And then you're like, I'm going to go binge watch some Netflix.
Whoa.
This one's specifically for Gary, and then Sean will also answer it.
Okay.
What do you think it would be like to be into sports?
Being a tribal knucklehead, probably.
I can't wrap my fucking head around it. The closest I come is that I sort of like going to nerdy conventions and things like that, but even that's not the same.
I'll put it this way. I can appreciate the energy in it. So like when people are like fucking freaking out when like a win happens or something, like that's cool. But I still don't want to be around that.
I've been to like Super Bowl parties, and I've been to like sports bars with people who won their things, and it's like the level of actual genuine giving a fuck about something like that.
Yeah.
I just don't. What do you think, Sean? Can you even fucking put it into words?
Well, I liked it when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah. Did you not know this? Until...
Oh, yeah. You guess you did. Wait, kids.
Until I was until high school, I'd say I was way into sports. Like super duper sports.
Did you play anything?
No, I was a weak
Gary, did you play anything?
I played basketball and football.
Yeah.
I mean, I was into sports as a kid just because I was tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I think I get how people would be into it, and honestly, I might be into it if I had tons of time.
Yeah,
but like, you really have to. It's so much time, especially if you're into fucking baseball. There's like 100 games every season. Like if you can be to football and watch 12 games or something, that's fine.
Well,
but
to me, it's like, we live in Nashville and they have the Titans, and then they'll shut down traffic, and you see people walking around with their faces painted blue, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong? Grow up. What the fuck's wrong? I don't get it at all. Like it's something. If I were in a Matrix and I had to imagine a world, I can't think I would have sports in it at all. I don't. It's just I'm deaf to it.
I think there's people who aren't that ridiculous. I think there's plenty of people.
I suppose it's like
who
anything.
Don't even wear jerseys.
Oh
yeah. I don't know.
I think there's some threshold you cross if you're going to go to a game.
Yeah.
Because who gives a shit? You got to go see it live. Why? You know what? It sounds like a pain in the ass. I
think there's something about. You don't like going to any place, so
no. But I've gone to sporting events just in my life, and I'm like a hockey. It's just a bunch of noise. I think I remember when I was a kid going to hockey and being like, "Oh, this is a game. People are playing it." And I think just they're scrambling so much for the entertainment dollar that they have to make every second exciting.
There's
and
a lot
like
of
jumbotrons
action,
and fucking bands are playing and like confetti's flying everywhere. It's just too much.
I like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, sure.
I know. That was like...
I would read books about them as a kid. I love those guys. Wilt Chamberlain, he was awesome.
Yeah. I think the appeal of the live sporting event is kind of the appeal of going to see the movies or kind of going to see live comedy, where it's like you're a part of a crowd and the crowd's energy doubles up upon itself and it has some kind of exponential growth where like if you're at your house watching a horror movie, you're like, oh, this is pretty scary, but if you're in a movie theater watching it, like you feel the other people with you. And the same thing with like going to see sports where you're like, yeah, fuck yeah,
kind of like a war. It's like a war.
There's just like thousands of people around you who are like, so
I guess that would be that would be cool. That would be nice.
I think that's the appeal of it.
And then just guys like Billy Crystal sitting around talking about whoever threw the most home runs and whatever. They just have all this data, and I'm like, this is so useless to me.
Yeah, people, I don't know. I mean,
there's tons of channels to get dedicated just to that.
So
the
many
fucking
channels.
Merchandise, people, their whole
billions.
I mean,
college sports, they're just using kids.
It's weird.
Great.
Another thing that's weird is like just 200 years ago, if you had all the skills that made you the best basketball player in the world, it would not matter. You'd still be a farmer or whatever the fuck because there's no basketball to play. You could be the best. Like who's hands down the greatest mandolin player in the world? No one knows.
Ricky
no
Skaggs.
one gives that shit.
Is it Ricky Skaggs?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Sam Bush?
I'm a huge mandolin head.
But is it for that? Well, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Though. It's like you could be like whoever's the best. What's the game when you slide the rock? Curling?
Curling, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you win a gold medal, and still no one knows who the fuck you are. Doesn't matter.
I think it's Todd Jimson.
Rundgren?
Yes, Todd Rundgren is the greatest curler.
Jimmy Skaggs
Ricky
versus
Skaggs.
Ricky Skaggs. Jimmy Skaggs. Well, I guess we settled all that.
Yes, we did.
We
better power through some shit.
Okay, we'll do. Here comes Brad's tip. It's a real quick one. Brad's tip.
Okay.
Lip scrub.
Yeah, get yourself some lip scrub.
Shit. You don't want to grab that little piece of skin on your lip and tug it. You know it's going to end bad.
Yeah.
Get yourself some lip scrub. Where do you get it? You make it yourself. You get a little bit of sugar and some olive oil. Mix it in a little cup. Just a little bit of each. Vigorously rub it on your lip, and it gets all those little bits off, and it's going to feel smooth and taste sweet.
Wow.
That's Brad's tip.
That's a great tip.
That is a good tip.
Thank you.
I like lip tips.
Gary?
Yes.
Well, no, not Gary.
Oh, is it not Gary?
Yeah. Hey, how about I run the fucking show for you?
Are we doing Mark?
Wow.
We're going to call Mark right now, and then we're going to do Gary.
You better answer this time.
Oh, if he doesn't answer.
Yeah, I'm going to be real upset.
God damn it,
You've reached Mark enough.
Hold
Michael
on,
Hampton.
Let's call Michael. Yeah, let's call Michael Hampton.
Hello, Brad.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Michael, hey, this is Which Is Better calling.
Oh, is this really Which Is Better calling?
Yes. We tried to call Mark, but he just doesn't care about us anymore. And this is his probation period too. Mark Anunson, he's usually our financial advisor.
Oh, yeah.
So instead we're calling you.
Cool.
We're going to ask you a financial question and just do your best, okay?
Okay, I'll do my best.
Okay. Michael.
Yeah, Brad?
What?
Mark's calling.
Mark's calling.
Oh, Mark blew it. Forget it. Tell us about what? Hold on, Mark's.
What?
He keeps calling.
Can you link him in?
Text Mark and tell. No, I can't do both.
I wish we could do all of us calling together.
That'd be a dream.
That'd be great.
Google Hangout.
The financial question is buying a car. What kind of advice do you have for buying?
Wow, he just bought a car.
Did you just buy a car?
Bought a car.
Well, then tell us about it. What's the best way to do it?
My advice for buying a car by Michael Hampton. I say you just go in there, you dress normal, don't try to impress anybody. Just go in there, be yourself, and you pull out your money and you say, "I'm here to buy a car." And when they ask about your credit, you go, "That's irrelevant. I want a car." And they should give you one. That's how I got one.
What kind of car did you get?
I got a Nissan Versa Note.
What year?
Very good. It's very good.
Well, good.
Is it fast?
Thanks.
Is it fast?
It's so fast. It is the fastest car that I think it's the fastest car they've made.
Michael?
Uh-huh.
You don't text when you're driving that car, do you?
No, I don't text, but I do drink.
Okay.
But I'll never text.
All right.
Never text drunk while driving. That's the rule.
That's how you get caught. All right, buddy.
That's how you get caught.
Thank you for the advice.
You're welcome.
You don't
Do you need to know, I thought, is this the cryptocurrency segment?
No, that was one
Bitcoin?
episode. No, we did one time. But
okay.
He doesn't listen.
He listened to one episode.
He listens to all of them, or at least he told me that. He might have lied.
Well, thanks so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for probably being our new financial.
This was an honor.
You're right. No, it was. All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much. We'll talk to you later.
Have fun. I hope you find out what's better.
We will just pretty soon.
Good luck.
All right. Bye, buddy. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Okay. So, you think we should call Mark back? Or did he
should call him and hang up on him.
Hold on, Jonathan, our producer, is handing me a piece of paper here. It says Jiggle Bones, the man with the gelatin skeleton.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
That's nice.
I think that's like, is that a movie idea?
He's been really cryptic lately.
Yeah.
He's just like that.
Yeah.
It's like Bitcoin.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Now it's time for Gary's special segment.
Hey, everyone. This is Gary's Sex Nook. Where I give sex advice for all my sexy people out there.
Oh, nice.
My sexy listeners. A little bit of sex advice. If you're chewing gum, spit it out. Spit out your gum. Back when I was a young boy, only 9 years, only 20 years old.
Wow.
I had gone through like a year of celibacy. Yeah. And hadn't slept with anybody. Just kind of being depressed, watching movies. And I was going to hook up with this lady.
Oh, yeah.
And I was chewing gum because I like to chew gum.
Yeah.
Bazooka Joe.
Oh, yeah.
And we start having sex. And about halfway through having sex, I realized the gum is gone.
Oh, no.
Sean's Batista-ing you.
Yeah, he really is. He's doing it bad.
I'm trying to add something special.
No, it's good. It's good.
Sorry, so your gum's gone.
My gum's gone. It's missing. And my first thought is, oh no, it's inside of a vagina. You know? And yeah, big league chew and one of those things is not good. And but we finished having sex and I was like, okay, maybe it just disappeared. You know, who knows what could happen to it. And that's when I realized that the gum was all in the back of her hair.
Whoa.
Her
head hair.
Pubic hair?
Ah.
I mean, like the back of her head looked like the underside of a theater chair. It was bad.
That's a sad story.
So she was crying.
Sure.
Sure.
And she was going to cut her hair with scissors. And I was like,
peanut butter.
Wait, peanut butter. We go to the kitchen and I just dump a whole thing of Peter Pan on her head and massage her head like peanut butter into her head for like 30 minutes or something. And I got it out.
What the fuck does peanut butter do?
It somehow gets it out.
It's like, I guess because it's so oily. Like you rub the gum off and it doesn't stick. It's just right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I can't eat peanut butter without thinking about that.
Getting a hard on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Turgid.
I'm going to Jeff.
Getting jiffy with it.
You mean for pure Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeff. Tumescent.
Crunchy stuff.
All right, guys.
Give me that sweet,
Extra
that nasty,
nuts.
that crunchy stuff.
Now it's time for Sean's thing.
Hello, this is Sean Parrott with Sean Parrott's special segment. I want to say David Lynch is great.
No.
And I want to defer the rest of my time to which is better.
Okay, ladies, you don't have an album to boost?
I got nothing.
All right.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy. Sean and Mark.
Man.
We're
They need
running
to have,
behind. We're running way behind.
we can
podcast
edit.
called I Don't Give a
I
Shit.
could take all of that.
Well, no, this one's not going to be that long. This is a Which is Better. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Which is Better.
Yay.
Which is better? I don't know. Which is better? Which is better? Which is better? Let's find out now.
Which is better? Quentin Tarantino versus David Lynch.
Whoa.
World famous directors and actors.
Wow.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Got reactions, boys.
Quentin Tarantino.
I got David Lynch all the way, baby.
I like them both almost exactly the same. So
Wow.
It's the perfect fight.
This is exciting.
This one's going to be close.
All right. Let's see here. Okay. First question.
Yeah.
Which is a better actor?
Ooh.
Neither of these guys are primary
No.
actors, and neither of them would ever act in anything
No.
if they didn't put their own ass
Neither
in.
of them are particularly good.
No.
Yeah, God.
But they go, hey, this is extreme nepotism, I guess, because I'm going to put myself into it, if that's even nepotism.
Yeah, I don't know what it counts as if you. Well, oh boy, I feel like Tarantino is okay in Reservoir Dogs.
I think Tarantino is
fine in it.
fair with himself. Like when he put himself in Django or whatever, he had 2 lines and then he gets killed, or he doesn't. But I think David Lynch, like in a Twin Peaks, gave himself an important role,
really big
and he
part.
had to do a lot.
Yeah.
And he did it, I think, pretty well.
Yeah.
But well, I don't know, Gary. Wait.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
sorry. No, if you have something to say.
For me, I think David Lynch is more memorable and better in Twin Peaks than Quentin Tarantino is in other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think he's really great in Twin Peaks, and also like especially when he and who is the waitress? When he and the waitress are like sitting together and kind of being sweet to one another, it's just like,
can hear her.
man,
Yeah.
yes. For some reason, he can hear, and I think that like he actually genuinely pulls that off. Even though he's, for the most part, the character is him talking loud. That is essentially the character.
I'd say that Tarantino gives himself a cameo in his movie.
Yeah,
And Lynch kind of gives himself a role.
yeah. Lynch is very proud of himself.
Gary?
I'd probably go with David Lynch on this one.
Whoa!
Yeah, even though I can't even say I've seen him in much. I just know that Tarantino's so bad
That's a
sometimes.
great- yeah.
Because I remember
Yeah.
before I knew what Quentin Tarantino looked like,
Yeah.
I was like, who is this bad fucking guy in this
Pulp
movie?
Fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wait, it's Quentin Tarantino.
What is he in Pulp Fiction?
I think he just puts himself in movies so he can say the N-word.
In Pulp
Oh,
Fiction, he's the
yes.
guy whose house.
Jesus.
Yeah, they go to his house to get rid of the body.
Wow.
And
Yeah, that
it
is-
is terrible.
That is pretty dangerous to do that.
Yeah, like writing yourself saying the N-word.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing
Yeah.
if someone else wrote
In
it.
a room, I'm going to put myself in a room with Samuel L. Jackson and say the N-word.
I wrote
to him.
this.
I wrote this. Hey, guys, I set this whole thing
Hey,
up.
can we do like 10 more takes of that? Sorry, I haven't said the N-word at my one of my only friends in the world.
That would be
And,
funny.
and I don't know how much acting there is because Quentin Tarantino, well, he does sort of do an accent in some stuff, but like basically
Yeah,
he's
a
just
weird
him.
Australian accent in Django or something, right?
Shut up, Mike. Yeah.
Hey, I'm Quentin Tarantino. He just says his own name.
I think
sucking on a foot.
I think that one
He loves feet.
went to Lynch, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
Even though they're really both bad.
They are.
But, you know.
Yeah. Next question. Better catalog. Body of work.
Wow.
They both have extraordinary bodies of work
Wow.
with not a lot of weak spots.
Yeah.
But on a whole,
I'm still with David Lynch, even though I love Tarantino too.
yeah.
But, oh man, I feel like David Lynch takes me to places that I can't go. I can't go without him, you know? I can't go there without him.
Neither of them are super prolific.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
they don't spread it too thin. I think anything either of them make, they put their all into it.
Yeah, it's like a
They take their
special,
time.
hey, sorry, I've been working on this for 4 years, so I
Yeah.
hope you like it.
Yeah.
I remember I watched the top 10 YouTube videos of David Lynch before I came here.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't really seen any.
Sure.
And I was like, they could have
That qualifies you to.
Yeah, I think I know good now.
Yeah.
I know good now. And I was like, well, these could all be from the same movie. It all looks the same.
Kinda.
Even Dune.
Yeah.
Boy, kind of. I think that Mulholland Drive and Elephant Man are totally different movies. I mean, one's in black and white and one's in color.
You know what? You know, Elephant Man was actually originally named Ballsack Head Man.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I did. I saw that in a BuzzFeed. You won't believe
Yeah.
number 14 original
Nutman.
titles. Yeah,
Fucking Scroat Head. That was the original title. Yeah.
Jesus.
it was the prequel to The Mask. Rocky Dennis, Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Fucking Scroat Man too.
Scrope man.
I bet Elephant Man's balls look like a human head, like a normal human head.
Yeah,
He's got.
I think his dick looked like a trunk
Yeah.
of an elephant.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why the ladies
Call him Elephant Man?
eat his dick whole.
Oh, jeez.
Looking like a fucked up snuffleupagus.
Elephant Man got
He do.
It wasn't a very Lynchy movie until the scene where they all bust in on him when he has his nice little
Yeah.
room and the fucking like all the elephant the circus music starts playing and they like show him. That's very Lynchy. Everything else is sort of like
The beginning and the end are a little weird. I mean, there's definitely crazy, blurry elephants right in the beginning, but a lot of it's just, you're like, wow, this is just like a regular movie.
Sequel to that was Operation Dumbo Drop.
Wow, Bill Murray's greatest work.
Bill.
Fuck you,
He
Bill
was in
Murray.
that?
Was he in any of the
I don't know, is he in it?
Dougie Fresh is in it.
I don't know. I just made it up.
Fresh.
It seems like the kind of movie that even though Bill Murray, we have to love him for everything he's in. He's in only shitty movies, and somehow we can't make those come together.
So who won? Better catalog. I mean, there's so many things to pick from, and
I still
we
pick
just
David.
don't have that much time.
He picks Tyrion. He picks Tyrion.
Tyrion, and you pick Lemphins.
I go for
pick
Quentin
Limpins.
Totino's Pizza.
Limit up, bop.
Lunch.
Which of these two fellers,
Yes.
and they are fellers,
Yes.
which is a better misogynist?
Wow.
This is the first time I've heard this question.
I don't mean massage therapist. I mean men who are.
Well,
Or
Tarantino.
I guess you'd be a female misogynist.
Yeah, you can. I think.
You can.
Tarantino.
I don't think a woman's capable of being a very good.
Bradley.
Brad.
I know it.
Tarantino nearly killed Uma.
He nearly killed her, but I think more of a misogynistic stuff is when when they choked her in Kill Bill. He's like, I'm gonna be the one.
That's pretty
using the
bad.
chain. Like I think he probably was like, yeah. I'm so good
Lynch,
with her.
I mean, Blue
spit in her
Velvet
face.
has some very icky feelings in it.
That's what I heard. Apparently, the internet isn't familiar with the stories I've heard on the street, but I'd heard that like in Blue Velvet, Lynch made her very uncomfortable, like for real, made her cry.
Oh. I would believe that potentially. And it's also kind of about how even nice guys are bad guys, and you know how bad guys are really bad guys and nice guys are also awful. So I mean, I guess it, it's pretty a lot of self-knowledge in that if he was being a creep, and the movie's about men being creeps.
I think when you're just a dyed-in-the-wool, you can't even really help it misogynist.
Yeah.
I think the closest you can come is making a female character strong.
Yeah.
In a way that you imagine. And Kill Bill's definitely a strong female.
Right.
And I don't know, Laura Palmer, is she the strongest?
Oh, boy.
Lynch?
I mean, all of the Mulholland Drive ladies are strong. They keep going even though the universe seems to have cracked in half, and, and they're like, well, we're going to keep trying to understand this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tarantino's definitely had more women in his movies.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're usually getting the shit kicked out of them.
They usually get beat up. I mean, even though the behind the scenes of Kill Bill is apparently pretty awful.
Really?
That's where he nearly killed her in the car and stuff.
There was a behind the scenes.
But apparently the in front of the scenes is a woman being very powerful and a bunch of other women who are also powerful, and they're fighting each other and trying to kill each other and stuff. She kills.
Well, since this is all just us making shit up out of our asshole, what do you think, Gary? Who's a bigger misogynist?
I'm thinking Tarantino. I feel like he's more of a purposeful misogynist, whereas I feel like David Lynch is just on accident.
I think David Lynch is probably, in his heart of hearts, is like just because the way the female characters are in his show, like in Twin Peaks and stuff, they're like, this is basically I'm a person who just sort of poses. Or or like they're not. I don't know. It's hard to say that with his character.
Is he married?
I don't know. I know he's into transcendental meditation.
He is into meditation.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
So how could you be married if you really thought about it?
Yeah.
Maybe he is. I don't know.
Good point.
I'm gonna say that's a tough one, boy. I don't know.
I feel like in practice maybe Tarantino, but maybe in the movies Lynch.
I think that, and I think that probably. I'd say Quentin Tarantino is closer enough, maybe because he's a little younger, to being able to become woke, and be like, okay, I got to stop being who I am because of the Oscars or whatever. Okay, well, whatever. We'll leave that one in the air. Next question.
Floating. It's in the ether.
Of the two, which is more creative?
Whoa.
I'm gonna actually probably go with Lynch on this one.
Wow.
Because I feel like Tarantino to me, he's like the girl talk of directors.
He is famously a not hack, but he does homage everything.
And
that's fine.
That's
fine.
There's a place for that too, and he does it beautifully.
And I think a lot of times, even the stuff he steals from, he changes. Or
Yeah.
when it's in the case of kind of like grindhouse trash stuff, he makes it more artful. Not that grindhouse trash stuff can't be artful, but he does. I don't know.
One thing, there's only so many notes anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
And Quentin Tarantino takes things that, like, the whole. He really was, as far as modern, popular movies go, the first to go, we're going to show you this, then we're going to show you what happened first after that, and mix everything up. That's really
modernism.
Ooh, but
Wow.
Lynch, when you're watching a Lynch.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, when you're watching either one of them.
Yeah.
But you definitely know when you're watching Lynch.
Lynch is wild. He's wild. Did we say creative? Is
creative.
That
Which is more creative?
Man, I guess I like to say Lynch because he's my most favorite, but even him, it's it's like surrealism in it's like kind of pop surrealism.
But in a way, also, Lynch is sort of always Lynch.
Yeah.
He's always sort of doing the thing he can do, which maybe all he
Straight
can do.
Story. This is. I don't want to always have one example of a way he's different.
No, that's what I want.
But like Straight Story, which I think is not. It's like, other than Dune, his worst movie. But it's about a guy just driving his lawnmower to meet his brother. And it's not weird. I mean, it's weird because it's about some real life weird guy driving, but it's not like
but he
surreal.
Stops and almost has adventures with people.
Yeah,
and they don't go anywhere.
Yeah, they're very boring adventures.
Yeah, and you think, this is all going to pay off in the end. Nope.
No, it never pays off. He just meets his brother. Hey,
and they sit and have a drink.
Yep, they do. Yeah,
the end.
It's definitely the least Lynch
Is
movie.
that how it ends? He just sort of.
I think so.
He sees him on the porch, and anyway, watch it, guys. You'll love it.
Check it out. It's the only Lynch Disney movie.
But there's a creativity.
And it literally is a Disney movie. Yeah.
There's a creativity to Quentin Tarantino's collage,
for sure.
Definitely.
of whatever.
Yeah, and even like the things he steals. I mean, Kill Bill is like a combination of all the kung fu movies, but. Like the choreography in it and the way it looks is as good as many of the best
he plays
kung fu
the
movies.
Symphony. Yeah, he's sort of
Yeah.
I mean, just like I know that if you watched a Quentin Tarantino movie, you'd be like, oh, I know what this guy grew up watching. Whereas if you watched a Lynch movie, you'd be like, what the fuck did this guy?
He's dreaming this stuff. This all comes from his
just
mind.
the Wizard of Oz. Really, that's all he likes. And Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah, and I still fell asleep through every Lynch movie I've ever watched, but.
Hey, they're about dreams, and you fell asleep during them.
Yeah, I don't think
coincidence.
I ever woke up, actually.
Oh,
you're still in a fucking movie, bitch.
Lynch is more creative. I think we'll give it to him. Next question.
Yes.
Better voice. They both have ridiculous.
They both have awful voices.
Yeah.
What is the Tarantino voice?
That's just sort of a let's be sort of Whereas
Lynch is like this. He kind of okay.
Okay. Oh, here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna stand there. Yeah, that's my Lynch.
Yeah, it's a pretty good Lynch. Oh, hey Quentin, welcome to the set. You're gonna be on the movie today.
This is exceptional. That's a Mike Tyson.
Hey,
exceptional movie.
Hey, I'm Quentin Tarantino. This is how Quentin Tarantino talks.
I can't do a Quentin Tarantino, but if you heard Quentin Tarantino in a commercial, you'd be like, "Is Quentin Tarantino in this commercial?
Why is Quentin Tarantino in this commercial?"
He's from Knoxville, Tennessee. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Is he?
Born in
Vegas?
Born in Knoxville. Yeah.
Oh,
Are we saying worse voice or better voice?
better.
Okay. I like Lynch's better, but I also like doing his voice better.
I love doing his voice.
It's so fun.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Lynch's.
Anytime I'm watching a David Lynch movie, especially if I'm watching it with Michael,
Yeah.
I'll do commentary for the movie and like, okay, in this scene, we wanted everyone to just look like a fucking weirdo. We did this in 8 takes, and 2 people died. And we had a bowl of chickpeas, and that's just all we do.
In this scene, we put a baby cow head on a Stretch Armstrong, and It looks like my baby.
Yours is like Jewish, David Lynch.
Stretch Armstrong. Stretch Armstrong.
All right. Because we're rushing in a hurry.
Woody Allen Lynch.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Better best film.
Wow.
Let's first.
What's the best?
We got to figure out the best.
What's the best?
Let me see here. Quentin Tarantino, who I'm probably more familiar with in love. We have. What do we have? We
Pulp
have
Fiction.
Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction.
Are we naming all of them?
I'm trying to think of what all he has.
Oh, yeah.
Django. Hateful Eight, Inglourious Bastards.
Kill Bills.
Jackie Brown, which was good, but probably the least best.
Yeah.
Kill Bills.
Jackie Brown's really good.
I think the Quentin Tarantino
Yeah.
is...
Did you write down quintessential?
No, it did just kind of top of my head. I was going to say linchpin movie.
Yeah, I like that.
I think, I don't know. I'd say for me, Pulp Fiction, because that's what, I mean, I liked Reservoir Dogs, and I remember seeing Reservoir Dogs and thinking, well, that's something else.
Yeah.
But Pulp Fiction is probably to me the best Quentin Tarantino movie. Boy, oh boy, that's hard to even say that. But it's
tough.
Okay. And David Lynch's best movie. Ooh.
For me, it's Elephant Man. I think most people would say Mulholland Drive because, like, that's been like lists of like the best movie of the 21st century. So
I think Elephant Man also. And I just watched Dune 2 days ago, and I'm like,
Dune sucks.
what the fuck's happening?
Yeah. Dune sucks so bad.
Gary.
I'm gonna have to go with probably Pulp Fiction, Quentin Tarantino
Pulp
for
Fiction's
best.
That's a good.
Yeah,
That's a really
it's just
safe
solid.
choice.
It is.
As far as David Lynch goes, I'm gonna have to go Elephant Man, just because I want to pop that thing.
So basically, we're talking about which movie is better, Elephant Man or Pulp Fiction.
Pulp
Wow.
Fiction, hands down.
For me, Elephant Man is just one of the greatest things ever done.
It also depends on, like, if it was snowing right now, I'd say Hateful Eight's the best Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yeah.
And oh fuck. Well, what are some more Lynch movies? What are
Okay.
I mean,
Eraserhead. Dune was next. Blue Velvet.
Blue Velvet's. I wouldn't say it's
awesome.
the best, but it's
Wild at Heart. And
Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart's awesome.
I might change.
Scrotehead.
Fucking Scrotehead, Elephant Man.
I forgot about Wild. I might change Wild at
Lost
Heart.
Highway, which is insane. Mulholland Drive, which is insane, and Inland Empire, which is insane.
All
Fiction.
suck.
I think Pulp Fiction.
Suck.
For me, Elephant Man is probably my favorite of his, and also I think is almost magic. I think it's almost magic for me because John Hurt. Wait, is it John Hurt? Yes, John Hurt, who plays the Elephant Man. There's like some sort of, I don't know how he does it. You don't see hardly any of his head.
Yeah.
You see his eyes and maybe some of his mouth is the only part of him, but somehow it's like the most moving performance.
Yeah.
And just hurts so bad to watch him. And
the makeup's great.
And Lynch did most of that makeup himself.
Really?
Yeah, apparently they did a bunch of makeup and he hated it and he just made some shit himself.
I got about halfway through Elephant Man thinking it was a live action Gumby movie.
Wow.
My favorite part of Elephant Man is when all the Goonies are trying to get out of the tunnel and the Elephant Man holds.
Hey, you guys.
I love at the end of Goonies when who's the fat kid? Chunk. Just
make up a fake name for a fat kid.
Fat fuck.
What was the Asian kid's name?
Chunk.
No, it isn't.
Bradley.
Controversy. We still need controversy.
Oh boy.
I didn't.
Jonathan, edit that out.
Okay,
Please.
sorry, Jonathan. Anyway, when he just decides.
Data. Sadly, it's Data, which is not much better.
Oh, that is
worse
in a
calculator.
way. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really bad. Really bad.
Anyway, he just tells Sloth. Am I saying that right? That he can come live with him. It's like he didn't run this by his mom.
Yeah.
Just, you're going to live with me now. It's like, what? We can't. What?
I had trouble watching the Goonies last time I watched it.
Really?
You know, like all I could think about is how much those kids got raped in Hollywood. Like,
well, Corey, Feldman definitely did.
like, this
So
is
he
depressing.
says. Well,
He said.
I up until like a year ago, I for some reason had Goonies was a Spielberg movie to me.
Oh,
I know it's
yeah.
very derivative.
I thought
Yeah.
it was too.
I thought it was when I would like rattle off Spielberg movies. I threw Goonies
it's a
in.
Bob.
for
It's a
forever.
Bob Zemeckis, produced by.
It's a Bob Zemeckis.
They very obviously put Steven
they were
Spielberg's name real
very
big on
trying
the opening
to.
credits.
And it also had that vibe of like kind of
Yeah.
Okay, we're sorry, we're getting off topic. We are crunched for time.
We're
guys.
crunched. We're really
people are
crunched.
listening to this podcast. They're like, hey. I've only got an hour and 15 minutes for lunch, and I need to listen to this whole podcast. Okay,
Wow, that's a long ass lunch.
well, you should get back to work, frankly.
yeah.
Or if you're at the gym, good for you working out.
Yeah, keep working out.
Pump it,
Sorry we
girl.
made you laugh so hard you dropped the weights on your balls.
Yeah.
But that's the price.
Or
you
your
pay.
vagina.
Or your or your vagina.
Ian, maybe you dropped a weight inside of your vagina. Can
Guys,
that happen?
Yes.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Brad. Sorry.
I appreciate the controversy, and I do want you to write emails, but I am sorry for saying. Next question.
Jonathan.
He's definitely cutting that out. There's no way he's keeping either of those.
I'll
Next
bleep
question.
it.
Bleep it.
Better
We're in
characters.
big trouble.
Better characters.
Better characters. Tarantino. I think Lynch.
They're all just weirdos.
Characters. I mean, I think they're cool and they're interesting, and there's
Yeah.
something cool about them. But I don't think characters are the thing. Like the
No.
mood is the thing, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I do like some of his characters, but most of his most interesting characters are just like
Very boring.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
like fucking Blue Velvet.
Yeah.
whatever the character. what
Agent
is his
Cooper
name?
is like
yeah.
interesting, I guess,
but
but
he's
still
just like
very, very quiet.
Yeah.
And just sort of sits there through most of the stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I watched the rundown of the Lynch movies, I was like, oh, here's another just white guy in a suit.
Yeah.
and skinny tie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking Franz Ferdinand over here.
Yeah. Well, they both have go-to actors.
Yeah.
Like Tarantino loves his Samuel L.
He
Jackson.
loves Samuel.
Yeah.
Samuel.
And Lynch loves his guy from Portlandia.
What is his name?
Fred
Kyle McLaughlin.
Really?
Kyle McLaughlin is
Okay.
his name.
That's right.
I can't remember. All right. Which is more self-indulgent?
I mean, man, they're both so self-indulgent.
They're both.
Especially later period of both of them.
Yeah.
Like,
they're
there's
just-
not much more self-indulgent than Hateful Eight. Just like,
Yeah.
just an endless
Yeah.
movie, just a long movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Inland Empire is the most self-indulgent thing in history.
Well, like
It's-
Hateful Eight, the whole soundtrack was like just a jerk off for himself by like a guy he liked who no one even knows or cares or listens to. You know, it's like, I mean, the result's good and we all had a great time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it.
I
It's a
think
great
that like,
movie. Yeah, I like it a
think
lot.
that's Quentin Tarantino is self-indulgent, but not at the expense of entertaining everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas Lynch maybe is just like, I'm gonna do.
Yeah, I think their self-indulgences go in different directions because Lynch's indulgences are pure surreality. They're
Yeah.
pure weird. Like weirdness is a lot deeper place to go than kind of homage or something.
Yeah.
I think you can only go so far into craziness when you're doing an homage to something, or when you're kind of, okay, he's like, well, I'm going to do kind of an Agatha Christie novel, but it's cold and there's cowboys.
Yeah.
You can't get too fucking crazy with
Right.
it, other than being long.
Yeah.
But if you're like David Lynch and you're like, okay, there's a guy, there's a lady, and she's playing a part, but also she is another person. Maybe she's like playing 4 or 5 different characters, and she's in love with a guy, but also she's inside of the
Yeah.
movie, and then so that can go like 35 different ways.
I think, like, yeah, you're right. Tarantino will have a lot of little Easter eggs and nods to things, but they all mean something.
Yeah.
And David Lynch will be like, okay, I got to make sure this guy has one red sock on.
Yeah,
And when somebody's like, why? What does that mean? He was like, I don't know.
I had a dream.
Yeah. or
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
me explaining it to you ruins it.
Yes. Yeah, I just had this thought.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do it.
And I think he's very much like,
There's an ear in a field because I thought it would be cool to have an ear in a field.
right,
Yeah.
that's it.
What was the question again? I forgot already.
More self-indulgent.
Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna say Lynch, just because I feel like Tarantino at least tries to make movies that are entertaining to the audience. I feel like Lynch.
No, that's basically what I was saying, but in a nicer way.
Yeah, I think Lynch is just like, here, y'all figure it out, and that's why people are always discussing Lynch movies when it's like there is no answer.
Yeah.
There is no meaning.
I can see Lynch behind
I think there can be a meaning without a specific meaning, or without a meaning that is explicit.
Right.
Where he's like, hey, maybe this is about this.
Well, but
I
some
don't know,
artists don't want to explain to you what
I
you're
never explain my
feeling.
jokes.
You feel it, and what you feel is what you feel.
And again, this comes from 15 minutes of YouTube research.
Okay, we'll breeze. I'm going to skip a couple. We're going to breeze through here. More quotable quotes.
Oh,
Tarantino.
Probably Tarantino.
Definitie Tarantino.
Yeah.
This isn't even a question.
Yeah.
What are some good Lynch quotes?
Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Cherry pie.
You guys
Daddy
had enough yet? Or are you thirsty for more? That was from Home Alone. I'm sorry.
Daddy wants to fuck. Baby wants to fuck.
Baby wants to fuck.
Those are pretty good.
Those are
Most
good.
of Blue Velvet is pretty quotable,
Oh, yeah.
though it's quotable in a bad way. It makes you feel bad.
Well, there's a lot of good. Who didn't spend their whole youth just quoting
Man,
Tarantino?
Tarantino's super duper.
Even now, like if my brother says something to me, I'll be like, "Well, can you prove it?" And like any kind of
Yeah, definitely Tarantino.
Tarantino.
More quotable.
For sure.
Though Baby Wants to Fuck is pretty good.
guys, write in your favorite quotes.
Send it to send it to the Facebook page.
Yeah,
probably.
Facebook is very
Just send
active.
us a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Drop us
Like
a
the
line.
Facebook page.
Oh, have you liked it? Have you rated us on iTunes?
Yeah.
Please rate us.
And written us a review?
It helps so much.
It really does. And you never know. I might send you a CD or give you one.
All right. Now I have more
No
innovative.
guarantees.
I feel like more innovative is sort of in the same line of we sort of covered that ground a little bit. I think that, although I will just to clarify, I will say that I think personally David Lynch is more innovative because Quentin Tarantino doesn't necessarily create anything new as make a collage of things that are
You're
already
right.
great.
I think also David Lynch, he brought things to mainstream movies that no one did.
On the other hand, people started emulating Quentin Tarantino.
That's true.
And I don't know of any
Yeah.
knockoff Lynch stuff.
Yeah, it's
out
hard to
there.
knock off Lynch.
So maybe that's.
I'll tell you, the game Silent Hill takes a lot of influence from Lynch, and I'm a huge fan
Is
of
that? Are you being serious?
No, I'm serious.
Okay.
I like that game. It's really good. I'd rather play Silent Hill than watch any Lynch movie.
I never liked
What
this
about
kind of.
the Christoph Gans?
That's one of those games where there's
Silent
a
Hill
killer
movie.
and you're trying
That's
to
very
hide. Is that right? Like, is that one of those games where there's a murderer and you're trying to hide from the murderer?
not
ghost
really.
shit
It's like
or something?
Oh,
Ghost zombies?
You're in a town like hunting for your dead wife or some shit. I don't know. There's monsters. It's cool.
okay.
That does sound good.
All right, bigger dick.
Oh, fuck.
I feel like they both have small dicks.
I think
both-
Tarantino's a big man, though, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah,
He always
Yeah.
seems big on the
I think he's like 6 foot,
Is he only 6 foot?
something like that.
He
But
seems
Lynch
so
has
big on
that-
TV.
Lynch has
Maybe he's got
that-
a big head.
That relaxed retard confidence of a man
Jesus
with
Christ.
a 4-pound.
Yeah. He's just got a big, weird dick. His dick is the baby from Eraserhead.
His dick comes to a point.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, we don't need any animatronics. I got this covered.
Yeah. he just wrapped gauze around his dick and they filmed it.
Silliest. This is the most pointless question. It's the last question.
Okay.
Who'd win a fight?
Wow.
Ding, ding, ding. Fist fight.
Tarantino.
David Lynch.
I think Tarantino would.
Tarantino, yeah.
Though
I feel like Lynch looks like a guy who probably does yoga. Probably
he does do, yeah, I'm sure he does that shit.
Who knows?
But I've heard interviews with Lynch talking about how, like, before he made Eraserhead and before he got into transcendental meditation, he was like furious, like he
really?
was like super angry. And I mean, I don't think he did anything super violent or anything, but he was just like,
maybe he
I
could
was
tap into that rage.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible that if meditating is the only thing keeping him from being full of rage, then maybe he can just.
I feel like Quentin
Go for it.
Tarantino himself is like an observer.
Oh,
I don't know how many fights he ever could have got into.
Yeah.
That'd be a tough fight. I'd like to see it.
I'm gonna say Tarantino because
Yeah.
I picture him being bigger, though I have no evidence of that.
I picture him wearing the Kill Bill outfit too, and like
The yellow
spilling
outfit?
out of it.
Yeah. Like his belly hanging out of it.
Yeah. Got a sword with like a hot dog. On the
I
end.
mean, I don't imagine really. Now I think about it. Either one of them, if you walked up to David Lynch and punched him, I don't see him scrapping you. You know, and if you walked up to Quentin Tarantino and punched him, I don't really see him throwing down either.
I feel like if you punch David Lynch, he'd just start talking in reverse.
Yeah, I think he'd be much more zen about it. He'd be like, "Oh, okay, well, so you want to." What about your feelings, or something like?
I don't like that.
Yeah.
No, thank you, sir.
Hey, fucko! Wow. Just gets mad.
I would say fuck. Oh yeah.
Lynch is just. I think what bugs me about Lynch stuff is it's just so white. Like
It is
it's
very
so
white.
white.
It's very white,
Very, very white.
Yeah.
but
it's
so is
extremely
Quentin Tarantino.
I mean, Tarantino's movies have more N-words, which is about as white as it gets.
They have more N-words, but you know, he did find a way to wedge Samuel L. Jackson into Inglourious
Everything.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like he did the narration over.
Yeah.
So I think that at the very least, Tarantino's trying to.
Yeah.
And I will say this: a lot of my black friends know and love and quote. A lot of my many black friends love and
You have
quote.
like 75.
Oh, I got so many black friends. They'll talk about. They all live and work at the Kroger. but they'll quote Marcellus Wallace and and they like these movies. And I think if I said, "Hey, what was your favorite part of Eraserhead?" They'd be like, "I don't know what you're talking
Maybe so.
about."
Maybe so.
It's definitely not geared for them.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's end on a racist tip. Which was better, guys?
Oh boy.
Did we even settle anything?
I'm staying with David Lynch, but I like Quentin Tarantino a lot too, but I like David Lynch better.
Yeah.
So there.
I feel like I voted for Lynch more than I thought I would in this
You
one.
did.
You did.
But I
We all
still
did.
enjoy Quentin Tarantino.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So
That's
we
all
got.
that friggin' matters.
So I'm the tiebreaker. You like Lynch and you like Tarantino.
True.
I'd like to see Tarantino direct Elephant Man.
Wow.
That'd be nice.
That would be great.
They should both remake each other's movies.
Eraserhead would just have cars jumping over fucking.
Be looking at the baby's
The
feet.
baby would be Samuel L. Jackson.
Motherfucker. Okay.
Ezekiel. Motherfucker.
All right. Quentin Tarantino. Well, okay. In a way. Which is better?
If you'd like to make a suggestion for a topic for Which is Better, you can email us at whichisbetterpodcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Facebook at Which is Better Pod, or follow us on Twitter at Which is Betterer. That's better with an ER at the end. This has been a Corporate Juggernaut production.